Anniversaries are kind of a big deal. Now, there are certain anniversaries that everyone celebrates, but the one we want to talk about today, and the one that you really need to start really honing in on celebrating and remembering, is home anniversaries. For buyers, it really marks the 1 year kind of celebration and remembrance of a time that they probably made the biggest investment in their lives. And for you, it's the annual remembrance of that time where you were able to help them and really be their real estate expert and be their guide. Now, this is a great time where you can connect in gratitude and really connect and still be their trusted advisor. So this home anniversary kind of moment is a key aspect for you to connect with your clients and then create success in real estate. Now, in order to do this, there's 3 steps we would like to recommend to really get the most out of your investment of time, connect with your clients, and get the next transaction rolling. So let's talk about the 3 steps to success with your home anniversary list. So before we get into the actual steps to do, we're going to talk about a couple prerequisites. So the first prerequisite, shouldn't be a surprise, you must have a home anniversary list. Now, if you don't have one of these, it's the first thing you should do. I mean, you can pause this video or wait till the end and then do this after watching. But what you need to have is just kind of at least a month-by-month breakdown of when people bought their houses with you so that you can remember them. Then you can have your assistant do this and really empower them to kind of keep you on track and give you your tasks. Or you can do this yourself, whether it be with Outlook, Microsoft Excel, or whatever CRM you use. Make sure you're able to sort and really kind of hone in on the home anniversaries. Now, the second thing we want to talk about before we talk about the actual steps of the process to get the most out of your home anniversary list is the rules for each of these steps. Now, each of these steps must be connecting you as an expert and be personal and custom. It must be a way of really connecting with your clients, reminding them of your expertise and how you're able to help them in the past, and then connect them on a personal level and make it clear that this is not just an auto flow thing, but something that you took time and invested in as your service as their trusted real estate advisor. So every step of the way will follow these 2 rules, and if you accomplish these goals in every one of these steps, you will see success. So now you have your home anniversary list. We know the kind of baseline rules. So let's talk about step number 1 regarding getting the most out of your home anniversary list in this 3-step process. The first step in this 3-step process is to send a handwritten card. Now, a handwritten card is something that's really impactful these days because it kind of cuts through the noise of all the extra mail and auto flow things that people get. You know, a lot of people will get emails and stuff from their dentist, from, a lawyer, or from all these other people that have worked with them in the past. But a handwritten card kind of cuts through that because it's so personal and so rare nowadays. The fact that you would sit down, take your time, and actually write a card personally to them really touches on a personal level. So because of that, this first step of the process really accomplishes that personal and custom connection. Now, in that card, though, we want to make sure we include 3 things. A celebratory statement, a reminder of the year or event, and a gratitude statement with the expert status tie-in. Now, what we mean by this is obviously we want to say congratulations, or wow, can you believe it, like 2 years ago we were sitting at a closing table, or something that's very positive in the celebration kind of tone. And then, again, a reminder of how many years it's been. Just showing that you know how many years it's been is a very clear indication that you care about them. Now, obviously, this is in your list, and you kind of just pull it from the data there, but you can say, congratulations on your 8th year anniversary of buying your house. Congratulations on your 2nd year. Or, wow, 1 year already. Like, something like that just really makes them understand that you do care, you are paying attention, and you're connecting. And this last sentence here, this gratitude with expert status tie-in, is kind of the key. You want to make sure you say something along the lines of, thank you for trusting me with this and allowing me to guide you to your dream home. Or thank you again for another year of, being able to, come over for birthdays, whatever you end up doing with them. So along this line that says thank you, but then always make sure you say for letting me guide you, or for letting me be your expert, or for letting me help you find this dream home. Something that reminds them of your role in the process so that it was a team game and that there was a value with them working with you and that their trust was not misplaced. So what you want to do first is send this card out, and you want to send this out obviously a couple days ahead of time so that they get this card either before or on the home anniversary date with this kind of template written in there. That way that they get it and they're already seeing this and thinking about it on the day of the home anniversary, where you're going to reach the second step of this 3-step process. The second step of this 3-step process is to call them on the day of their home anniversary. Now, by calling them, we're really going to go ahead and spend a little bit more time and be able to use our vocal inflection and tone to really communicate even clearer than the handwritten card did. And this call is very personal, and it's kind of one of those things where we're really connecting with them on that route. Now, some agents out there are kind of hesitant to call their clients because they want to feel like it's a salesy pitch. That has nothing to do with actually making the call. It comes down to how you talk to them and what you say. So if you call them with a genuine intention of saying the same things we talked about before, of a celebratory statement, a reminder of that year events, and then a thank you or a gratitude tied in with your ability to guide them, it doesn't feel like a salesy pitch. All we're doing is saying, hey, like, congratulations on 4 years in your home. You know, I gotta say, I always think back on this house when I drive through here, and I'm so grateful that I was able to help you find this and, you know, secure this property with you, or whatever it might be for your growing family. Like, wherever that communication might be, because it's very personal, obviously, to each client and from you to the customer. That moment right there is not a salesy thing and really just a connective piece. Now, that opens the door for a lot more conversation. You know, conversation about what's new, what's been going on in their lives, or how the house has been going, or anything that's been interesting about the last year. And then as that conversation goes on, what we really like to do is always fit in an invitation for a real estate review. Now, this is not a requirement for them. You know, it's not a sales pitch again. The thought is your job as a real estate agent is to help them find their house, get where they want to go on time. And then after that, you have a continued role in their life, in their real estate investment, by, as part of your service every year, doing a real estate review with them to really keep them abreast about what's been going on in home values, so that they're on the ball and they have the knowledge regarding the value of what is, for many, the biggest investment in their lives. So you're going to call them that day, you're going to talk to them a little bit, and then say, hey, as part of my service to you, I always offer this to my clients. When would be a good time to meet? Now, there's a key little moment in there where I didn't say, would you like to meet? Versus when would be the right time for you to meet? Because this is part of the service. This is something they already get. And this is not something that we're going to ask them if they want. We're just going to make sure we kind of get that meeting going. Because that's really the key to creating business for us on this, but also making sure that we're guiding them in a true and legitimate fashion. And that's what leads us to step 3 in this process, which is having that real estate review meeting after that call. Now, a real estate reviews meeting is really just a market update that really shows what's been going on in the area and gives them a rough estimate about the value of their house. Now, this meeting in general is really about the conversation we had beforehand, the meeting and showing the information, and then the questions we ask at the end. So the key here, when we get to this real estate reviews meeting, is that we want to go ahead and create a report. We're going to customize it to the customer, and we kind of beautify it by adding any of the templates you want to from your reviews resources area, like a cover page or anything else. Then we're going to meet with them, and this starts on that phone call, and then we meet with them at some later date. Present this, ask them any questions about the house, of things that have changed, or if they had any questions about the real estate market that you could answer, because you're their trusted guide. It doesn't have to be a long conversation. For many people, this is at a coffee shop. It's about 10 minutes. And then you want to start asking them kind of what they want in the future. Now, it could be what they want from you in the future. If they are thinking about, we're looking at maybe moving, but not yet, you say, okay, like, would you like to have maybe like a real estate review every quarter just to give you guys a good understanding about what's going on? That way you can stay on the ball, stay top of mind, and keep it on your hot list. Or if they say, no, we love this house, we're never leaving it, say, okay, have you ever thought about real estate investment? Is that something that you might be interested in down the line? Because I can provide you some information on that and maybe kind of learn through that process as well as we track through your real estate reviews, the home value increasing in your equity. Things like that in this conversation we get to have, it's not necessarily about creating a sale per se. It's seeing how you can help them in that conversation. Your goal is to help your clients. This conversation just kind of allows you to figure out how you can help them. Now, sometimes you have this meeting and they say, no, I'm good. Don't want anything. I'm good. Okay, great. The way I can help you then is every year I'm going to keep connecting with you so that you stay abreast. So if that ever changed, I'm aware and I can help you best. But if you don't need anything now, that's fine. It's not pressure. It's not salesy. It's just really being that guide and being the person that they come to for real estate help. So recapping the 3 steps to success. We're going to first send out a handwritten card a couple days ahead of time. We're going to call them on the day of the home anniversary. And then we're going to have a real estate reviews meeting after that home anniversary at a date that we set up on that call. Now remember, the prerequisite to this is that you have to have a home anniversary list. But if you have that list and then you do these 3 steps, every home anniversary, you send a card, you call your clients on that day, and as best you can, establish a real estate reviews meeting. What you'll see is if you do all 3, magic will happen. You will start seeing more transactions, more referrals, and you'll see your business grow. So now that we've talked about this, your tasks are to go out and organize your list, or create your list if you didn't have one. Set up your assistant to give you kind of tasks as you go. So for example, you might do it by the week. You have these 5 people that have home anniversaries this week. So on Monday, you might show up and your assistant gives you a task list of, hey, write handwritten cards for these 5 clients. Awesome. And then call these people on these days. And you just have a simple checklist you work through the week. And then you just follow that plan that helps you connect, and then you succeed. So go ahead and do that now when this video ends. And start this process of getting it organized, getting your tasks ready, and then really using this 3-step process to create magic in your real estate career.